Act 1, Scene 4. Week 2. Galvani's living room. Evening. Warm light glows from a lamp on a small table between two cushioned chairs. Jennifer Galvani sits in one, eyes on her knitting, her wheelchair parked beside her. In the other, her husband Gary is relaxing, reading the latest issue of Golf World magazine. "Honey?" Jennifer says softly, without looking away from her knitting. Gary says, still reading. "Something's bothering me," Jennifer says. Gary looks up briefly. "Am I in trouble?" "No." "Good," he says, turning his eyes back to the magazine. "I thought I missed your birthday or something." "Gary?" The gentle voice comes again. "Are you in trouble?" he asks, glancing sideways at her. "No, but before you go back to Golf World, I really need to talk to you." Gary lowers the magazine. "Okay, what's on your mind?" "I was talking to Kelly the other day." "Is she in trouble?" Jennifer gives him a look. "Oh, sorry," he says. Jennifer continues. "She told me about this orphan disease." "There's a disease that just affects orphans?" "No, silly. It's a disease so rare that hardly anyone knows about it." "So how does Kelly know about it?" "She knows the doctor who's trying to find a cure for it. It's her best friend. Can you believe it? She works over at Grace Memorial." "Grace, huh?" Gary says, raising the magazine and scanning to find his place. "That's good. Somebody's doing something about it." "That's just it," she says sadly. "She's losing her funding. There won't be any money for her to keep doing her research. Meanwhile, this disease is killing teenagers. They just die, in horrible pain, and no one knows what's causing it. Now there won't be any money for research and—" "Jennifer, I know where you're going with this." "Yes," she says, "I do want us to help. She needs money. It's a good cause." Gary sighs. "But I told you before, enough's enough. We're already giving to all these other good causes you've found." Laying the magazine on the table, he begins counting on his fingers. "Let's see, there's World Hunger, World Vision, Doctors Without Borders, Doctors on Wheels, Christian chiropractors, and don't forget our 75 sponsored kids in Indonesia. Then there are all the fundraisers we sponsor for animal sanctuaries. March for muskrats, Race for reindeer, Wander for wombats." "Now stop," she interrupts. "You're making things up." "Yeah, but you get my point. We give enough." "But I have such a strong feeling about this," she persists. "This doctor and the kids she treats, they're a special find. They're so small you could pass right over them and never see them, but they're a treasure. I just know it, Gary. I can feel it." "No, Jennifer," he says firmly. "Research takes a whole lot of money. We're not the Rothschilds, you know." "But I wasn't thinking about just us, personally," she replies. Gary looks at her suspiciously. "Then what were you thinking?" "What about your business?" "My business?" "The corporation has money. It donates to charities." "The corporation is not just me. We have a board." "Board schmord," she scoffs. "It's a closely held corporation. No public stock. You own the company, remember? You hired them." "I hired them to make tough decisions, to take a hard line and make the business grow. They're good at what they do. They know the field. I trust their judgment, and I don't make a habit of dictating my own personal agendas, especially when they're yours." "But if they knew it was to help save teenage kids—" "The board? Are you serious? I hired them after they sold their mothers." Jennifer looks at him earnestly. "Won't you even consider it?" Gary's voice is adamant. Dying teens are not our business. Music is our business. But kids are dying. Kids die every day. They even do it themselves. Drugs, alcohol, drag racing on city streets. Frowning, Jennifer transfers herself into her wheelchair. With determination in her eyes, she moves closer to face her husband. "You're off the point," she says. "It's not about that, and you know it." Gary crosses his arms. "So what's the point?" She looks steadily at him. "How would you feel if nobody cared about my disease? If we didn't have enough money to get the help I need, all the doctors and the tests?" "You can't save everyone, Jennifer," he says, unmoved. "We're fortunate to have the money to keep you comfortable and out of danger, but we worked hard to get it. Maybe their parents should work a little harder." "I can't believe you," she says. "Believe me." His voice is cold and his eyes are hard. Jennifer studies his face, then turns and starts to wheel herself out of the room. Gary gets up and follows her. "What happened to you?" she says, without turning or stopping. "You used to be so idealistic, so—" "Yeah, well, we all grow up, don't we? Life is cold." Jennifer wheels around to face her husband, eyes flashing bright and fierce. "Life is not cold. You're cold. Have you forgotten who you are? You were always for the underdog. Don't you remember?" "I still care about the underdog," he says defensively. "In fact, I can help even better now that I have financial clout. That's why I started Fairway Records." Jennifer is not having it. "You started Fairway because you thought record companies were ripping people off. Remember when you said you wanted to bring integrity back to the music business? That was you, wasn't it? And what about your goal to promote artists that had talent, real talent? What happened to that? You started this company so you could be independent and do what you thought was right and fair, not so you would have clout." Clout's how you make changes. No one listens to you unless you have clout, dear. There's an edge in Gary's voice. For a moment, Jennifer searches her husband's face. Then her eyes soften, love mingling with anguish, worry, and grief. Looking up at him, she says earnestly, "Oh, Gary, I remember when there wasn't a cynical bone in your body. You were my hero. I fell in love with you because you thought with your heart, not with your clout. You weren't afraid to fight for what you believed. You followed your convictions fearlessly." Gary looks away. "Well, people change. You do what you gotta do, or you'll be left behind. You can't expect me to be the same person I was 20 years ago. It's just not gonna happen." Jennifer moves closer to her husband and takes his hand. Softly, she says, "You may have changed, but I believe that boy's still in there somewhere. You just don't let him come out anymore."
Lost in you, lost in you. There's a boy I used to know who changed the world and won this girl. He believed in something more. What he knew was clear and true. Don't let him be lost in you.
I don't know the one you're speaking of. Was there a time of broken dreams. Yet inside I wonder, can there be once more a child who sees and hopes and still believes?
Lost in you, lost in you. There's a boy who can still dream. He's still there if you dare. He can still be found in you. Don't let him be lost in you.